Hello and welcome back to the Criminal's Official Dart Math video guide. Moving right along here to the next section, 91 through 100. Pretty straightforward section overall. Of course, there are a couple key principles to focus on, and I will be going over some alternate routes and alternate thinking to some of these checkouts, though I don't personally go those routes. But as usual, let's start with the key principles. First, do not leave 99 or 95. What I mean by that is on your previous visit with your last dart in hand, you want to avoid leaving one of these two numbers. The reason is, with 99 at least, you can't check out in two darts. It takes a minimum of 3. All the other numbers in the 90s you can check out with a treble and a double. 99 you cannot. It is a terrible number to leave. You really want to avoid 99. 95, while it is a 2-dart checkout, triple 19 to double 19, double 19 is not the best double to hit. So if you can avoid leaving 95, you want to do so. You just want to think about what you're throwing with your last dart on the previous visit. If you have, 115 left after throwing 2 darts, don't stay on the 20, just move to 19. It won't change anything. If you hit a treble, you'll still have a 2-dart finish. If you don't, you'll leave 96, which is a much easier checkout than 95. The second key principle is that 3 singles need to set up a double for your next visit. So obviously with these combination finishes, you're going to need to hit a treble on one of your first 2 darts in order to get to a double. However, if you do not hit a treble on either dart, you want to make sure that you're at least leaving yourself a double for your next visit. So with that said, let's get into the checkouts here. Starting with 91, treble 17, double 20. And again, here you can see what I mean by the checkout path. If you miss, single 17 leaves 74. That means we'd be going treble 14 to double 16. And this kind of illustrates how important it is to know the checkouts, particularly as we get into these higher finishes, because your knowledge of the lower combinations is going to come into play as you get to higher numbers. So for example, once we get into the 130s or so, a treble leaves you in the 70 range, which means you need to know your checkouts in the 70s so you know what to hit with your second dart. So make sure that you have studied the lower checkouts first before you come to this section and have it all comfortable. But there it is, treble 17 to double 20. 92, again, pretty straightforward. Treble 20, double 16. 93, treble 19 to double 18. 94, treble 18 to double 20. And 95, as mentioned, treble 19 to double 19. Now here's where I want to take a stop for a second. You see here with 95, you do have the option to go with the bull. And really, you have an option to go with the bull on any of the checkouts between 91 and 95 if you really feel like you have to get a shot at double. So with 95, for example, here's how that would look. If we hit the bullseye, we now have 45 remaining, in which case I recommend single 5 to double 20. If we hit the 25, instead, we have 70 remaining, which means, again, we're coming in here, aiming just above that treble 20, because 70 left with 2 darts. We need to make sure we leave the bullseye. So we're coming in here. If we hit a single, we are going to the bullseye. If we hit a treble, we're going to double 5. There's a similar route on the other numbers as well, like 92. If you hit the bullseye, you have 42 left. You can come over here for the 10 and 6 split. If you hit a single, you're going to have 67 left, in which case you're coming here. 17 to bullseye or treble 17 to double 8. Now, the reason I don't like that route on 91 through 94 is because it's requiring you to hit both a single bowl and a double bowl in most likelihood. If you end up hitting a single bowl first, let's say with 94, you have 69 left now. If you do happen to hit a treble on your next dart, it's going to leave a double. It's not as good either. So even if we hit a treble with that second dart after hitting a single, we're left on a not great double. So for me, it makes a lot more sense to just get 2 darts trying to hit 1 treble instead of trying to go this bullseye route where you're going to have to ultimately hit the single bowl and the bullseye in most cases, or hitting the tiniest target, a bullseye. For example, that 92 example, we do great. We hit bullseye. We have 42 left. Well, I still have to hit a single, and still only I'm going to get 1 dart at double now. Well, if I could have taken that really great dart I threw at bullseye and put it anywhere in this treble 20, I would have had 2 darts at the double. So I don't like it as much. The exception is 95, because again, with 95, that treble 19 to double 19 is not the best route, in my opinion. Double 19 is not a great double. So here, that single bowl to the 20 to the bullseye, I can allow that. But again, this is all preference. If you want to go the bowl route, there's nothing wrong with it ultimately, but I prefer getting 2 darts at a treble, which gives me the chance to get 2 darts at a double. All right, let's move on. 96, straightforward, treble 20, double 18. 97, treble 19, double 20. 98, another kind of tricky one, treble 20, back to that double 19. So again, you can try to avoid this number as well, though sometimes it's not really possible to avoid 98. But you want to try to avoid it if you can. That's your option. And then again, here, let's look at 100 first. Treble 20 to double 20. Now, an option here with 100 is if you hit a single 20, you can try to go tops. If you really need to check out. When your opponent's sitting on an easy finish, you hit that single 20 first dart, you might want to try to go tops there. Make sure that first dart at tops, if you do that, is an aggressive one. So if it misses here into the single. And then, of course, you can hit another single to leave tops for the next visit. But that is an option if you do hit a single there. Okay, let's look at 99 now, and why 99 is no fun. So we really have no choice but to start on treble 19. If we hit it, then it's not too bad. We're left on 42. So we can come over for our 6-10 split, ultimately leaving double 16 or 18. The other option is if we end up hitting a single 19 with our first start, again, we can go tops. 80 left and 2 darts if we really need to try to finish. Of course, again, you want to make that an aggressive dart. But this is why it's not optimal. I cannot get to a checkout with that first dart in the treble. So really, whether I hit a single or a treble on the first dart, it doesn't matter too much. I'm still going to either have to hit 2 doubles or another treble, leaving 80 left or something like that. So that's why you want to really avoid 99. That's it. Now we've covered all the checkouts between 2 and 100. And then, again, these are the crucial checkouts that you really need to commit to the most memory, because they are going to be the building blocks for the higher numbers we're going to start getting to. So I encourage you to go back, review the videos, review the checkouts for those sections covering up to 100, because as we get to the bigger numbers, it's really not too crazy. It's either you hit a 60 or a 57, and then you leave yourself on whatever number under 100, and you go from there. But if you don't know what you're hitting on that dart under 100, you're going to have to stop and break your rhythm. So really review these guys. And as usual, thanks for watching.